Hello, and thank you for joining me on today's walk. Today, I'll be introducing Egawa Route from Tokai-dori to Hirokoji-dori. I generally take Egawa Route when I want to walk home from Kanayama Station. I love Fushimi, but I find it to be too crowded at times. And I also like Meiaki, but it also gets rather annoyingly crowded the closer you get to Nagoya Station. There's a movie theater and concert venue near Sasashima Live, so there are often slow-moving crowds of young people coming to and from the area along Meiaki. Sasashima Live is actually a rather nice area, so I will likely introduce it in the future, as it is useful for bypassing Nagoya Station when you're moving west on the south side of the station. This day, I took Inner Ring to Hamazushi. I don't always take separate routes when I go for walks, but this is my preferred route when going to this particular Hamazushi. Inner Ring is wonderful. I will definitely introduce it in another video. My dream is to walk the entirety of it one day. Wish me luck! So technically I would have just been coming from the Hamazushi, but unfortunately I forgot my wallet at home, so there won't be any lunch for me today. Basically, I have just completed the walk from Inner Ring, and I'll be at Taiko-dori and Egawa Route soon, and then we'll see what that street corner looks like at that time. Alright, you probably can't see me at all because the sun is behind me, but this is the side of the street that I would normally be on. The other side is also pretty sunny. When you walk down Egawa Route, one of the things that you'll notice is that the shade is not very good, even though this kind of expressway thing is on top of us, or above us I should say. It doesn't make for a bad walk though. You just have to sort of not mind being in the shade for most of your walk. I'll keep going and I'll show you Rokubancho when I get there. About walking down the large streets is that you kind of get stuck at lights a lot, and it's kind of annoying. Today though, I don't mind getting caught at the light, but the second problem is it makes it very difficult to record because there are people waiting at the light and I don't want to record their faces. And then the other problem is not everybody's wearing a mask. So it's like if they're wearing a mask, it's like, okay, the identity is kind of not easy to detect, right? But not everybody's wearing a mask. So I also have to be careful about like recording people who are kind of close to me or unexpectedly coming out of buildings and it's just their face. And I'm like, oh, okay. And also this is a good opportunity to show you this sign. These kind of signs make it very useful to know where you are, because not every street has a clear sign and you will just not know where you are. But here's the street. It's Yaguma. I love Yaguma. Alright, so we've kind of arrived into what I would consider my neck of the woods because I'm up and down these streets quite a bit. So for example, if I want to get to Kanayama, there are a few routes that I take and I introduce them ahead of time, but this is one of them. Alright, so finally caught a quiet area along the street, and I'll show you a little bit about where I am Sorry, I am super hungry right now. I didn't expect to be out this long without eating anything. It's not smart, and I guess you can also probably hear in my voice that I sound a bit tired because I haven't had a break. I usually do stop to eat, right? So I apologize for that. But I left my wallet at home, so I don't have a choice. But we're coming up on the central area, and I actually tend to, based on my mood, cut down different streets at different times. I don't think I'll have an opportunity to show this side of Egawa Route because I typically take a shortcut down one of the other streets that I've shown you so far. I'm not usually in the central area because it's too busy, or I don't know, not necessary. I can take shortcuts. So I just kind of went off to the side so that there's nobody that can get caught in the background, basically. Just to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me on this walk. It was great. I'm tired, I'm sweaty, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna head home and get some food. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the flip side.